Good afternoon, my name is Gabrielle Gosselin. We're here to do the Field of Flowers Part 2. Just if you want a quick look around to where we are, we did the balls. We did everything with our fingers. And today we're going to put in some last effects like trees behind it. And some more flowers and leaves and things. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to go up here and do this here. This is like trees in the background. Now this bit's going to be darker down here. Again, here's the fingers going. Now you can put mountains up here too, it's your preference. Just going to ratchet it in. Because if we're in the background, there won't be very many details here. Putting a little bit of white and the yellow to lighten that up. Because the light will be at the top of these trees. And if it's too bright, just go again with the paper towel. Take some paint off. And we can go into this other side. I'm just going to do more of a kind of wild branches coming from the top of this bunch of flowers. Doesn't have to be the same as the other side. Oops, got a wee bit. Got the phthalo green flat brush. Always try and remember random. Try not to get patterns. A little bit darker blue here. Rub it in anywhere. Now if you're having trouble, you can squeeze your eyes. Now you can see the shapes a little bit better. Now that all the flowers are dry, we're going to go in with the highlight, just white on a script or a liner. It's better to do this when it's dry, so then it stays nice and white, the lines. Now you don't have to outline if you don't want. It's my preference. I think I might do a little yellow in there. Again, the end of the brush. A bit yellow left. Just like a branch. It's a real branch. It's going in all different directions. Now I told you about this light coming here. I'm going to highlight all these little balls. Fix it up a little bit with some more paint. The centerpiece. White dots. And let that dry before you put the white line around it. You can also put gold around it too, every so often. Then when the light hits it, you'll see the gold. I painted this 12 by 12, covered it in green, a little bit of yellow and a little bit of blue. This can be your practice board for the flowers with your fingers. We'll try it with the red. Now before you try it on here, center. And if you like it, you can keep it and then try another flower. But if you don't like it, just wash it off with paper towel and water. You've got a couple of minutes to remove it. Oh, see, my finger keeps moving. My brain doesn't. And you see the white one, just practice with your fingers. So when you're practicing this 12 by 12, then you might be ready for that. But I think you can go ahead and do it. But if you feel a little bit hesitant, I would try the practice board. And then when it's all dry, you can put stems in it. You can keep this for reference or just hang it up in the wall once you're finished practicing all the different flowers. There's lots of flowers here. Hard to find out where even to start. There's so much. So maybe you want to start from the top and work your way down, or work from this side or that side. I think I'll work in these red balls and give them some branches behind them. And join this into one plant. I think I'm going to use black here. It's not very bright. I'm going to try black pen here. It's not working because the paint is still wet. Got some Marvlac here, thin brush. Let's go back here and see if we can make this darker. Join this all into one plant. And if you want to put some little dark pieces in behind it. Right here, and I want some black leaves. And you see how I went that direction, because in the field it goes all different ways. Makes it a bit more interesting. You put a shadow in the stem, go back in here more black. A bit more black here too. Stem in here. Nice black stem. I love black and yellow together. And I'll put some leaves here. Let me see. There are a couple of little branches coming down here. And they disappear. Blot it up. Take some of the strength out of it. Work here with this mob a little bit. Now you can shape the flower from the back. Let's see this way. Went in from the back of the flower, shaping the front flower a little bit. Try some magenta and pink together. The dark bits with the magenta. A little bit white on it again. Highlight it. I'm going to put blue in the center. of blue and a little bit of white, dance all over the place. This flower is facing that way, so the light would be here and it would be pretty dark here. I'm going to put a wee stem in here. Some leaves. If it doesn't stand up, just do it with white and then come back and do it later when it dries. That's teal underneath, and then I put a little bit of blue for the shadows, and now I'm doing a bit of white. Now when it's away there, you don't need as much details as you would here. Put a stem in. And if you get any paint left in your brush, just dab it different locations. A branch coming here. All you're doing is building up the picture. You're in charge of this garden. So right now I'm going to highlight some more stuff here, some more flowers, just tiny little bits. Maybe bring something up in here. So just pressing down. This we painted white to bring it back, and I'm going to put yellow over it. Now it's dried. See how nice and bright it came back. Maybe a bit too bright, but we'll bring it right down here. And just do some of these things here. Now we're waiting for this to dry and to put yellow back down. This is just a sponge. You can see it. Put some yellow on it. You try and soften this up a little bit. Twist in motion. Just dab, 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 twist, twist, dab, dab, twist, twist. Now anytime you get paint on your canvas, either you can work the flower into it or start from the beginning, turn your canvas white again and do that design. So I accidentally got the paint here. I'm going to choose to cheat a little bit. Cover up my mistake. Shape this up a little bit better. Then go with a little pen and just twist. We don't really want this to be so dark like this because we want people to stay here. It's just a little interesting and while your eyes are resting there. I'm going to go with a paper towel, blot it out a little bit. I'm going to clean this up a little bit too, just white on paper towel, just dash. This is me just cleaning up drips and mistakes, runs and there's a run here. We're just going to go with the white paper towel, dab it, and taper off into the yellow. Now you can also with the paper towel go in here and make the clouds a little bit if you want. When the sky is usually darker here, and then it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. There's a red mark there, nothing from my finger. I'll just go back and check to see if everything has stems. Looks good. I mean, I could go on and on and on fixing this up. But that's going to be your job to go back in. You can take, as I told you before, a couple of days doing this. Now this black thing kind of annoys me. Black always annoys me for some reason. I'm going to kind of change the highlights in this a little bit. Take the harshness away from it. More brown here. Want this a little bit lighter at the top. This colour is burnt sienna. It's from the Golden Paints. When you put the brown in, it grounds painting, and brown is a neutral colour, so you can put it next to any colour. Branches, happy branches. Purple in here. I'm going to finish off with one last colour, is orange. I love the orange when you put it next to blue. And then it's also gorgeous when you do the brown, the blue. Baby flowers here. Maybe just a little round one, peeking through the back. At this point I'm going to sign it, but I'm going to show you how to highlight a little bit, just to make it stand out when the light hits it when you're finished. Just tiny little bits of highlight. Random. Sometimes in the centre is nice. Your dots. This is basic golden colour. I'm just going to highlight the flowers a little bit so you can see it better. The pen didn't quite work as good. The leaves in the middle, dots. Keep going a little darker, and maybe even just tiny little bits here. And some lines too. You can even do a branch if you want. Middle. Just bits, pieces, little tiny little strokes. Last thing to do is sign. Thank you for attending my class, and I hope to see you soon.